Hello from the Flanagan Homestead. It's a wet Veterans Day, November 11th. We've got another one of those atmospheric rivers going by. It's settled down right now. We've got flood warnings for the next couple days. But anyway, I've been trying to build my campground, and I have got to get a road across this creek area, and this is all new fill from the last year. And I've been putting rocks, trying to put rock on it so that I can get a road across there and do work. I don't have to go all over the whole property, but I have the RV pad here, and I have where I'm going to park the excavator and some things I want to build just across the creek here. And I need to be able to drive across here in the winter. And all this clay, if you know how clay is when it starts raining, you drive across once, you're fine. The second time is really bad, and then it just gets and swallows you up. And I was starting to put rock on this. I'll show you here in a minute. And where we had built the new road and lowered this, there was a new layer, and the cat packed it in, but it's still fairly fresh. And where I was putting rock, it was just squishing down in there, and I was losing it. So my friend who works for Tapney Underground and he said sometimes in the winter, if we need to keep going, we take bags of cement, not concrete, it has the aggregate and everything, just cement, 94-pound bags, and we throw it on and we mix it in with the excavator into the dirt itself. I said, really, just the dirt? And he said, yeah, and it hardens up the dirt so you can drive on it. And so I did that here. Let me pull the camera off here so hopefully we can see this. So I did a test, and right here where you see the ground's pretty smooth right here, I took 4 bags of cement mixed it in with the excavator, and then I let that set for a few days, and it's been pouring down rain. And then today I pushed rock over it, and I drove back and forth, and it stayed solid, and I didn't even push tracks down in it. Now if I lower the camera, here, let me turn around right by the excavator. This is the area right behind it where I did not do that. There's a lot more rock here, and just a few tracks back and forth on the excavator, it just started packing everything down in and losing the rock and turning into a mud bog. So today I am going to I bought 14 more bags of concrete, and I'm going to mix them in. Last time when I did this, what I'm standing on right here that's solid, I did not bring any water down to mix it or anything. I do have a creek here and buckets if I need water, but I think the rain is going to help the mix. I'm going to make it thicker where the wheel tracks are going to be. I'm not building a freeway or anything, but I'm going to put more cement over here and more cement where the wheel track's going to be. It'll be mixed in everywhere. Mix it with my bucket like I did last time, try to smooth it up back out with my bucket, and then hopefully it solidifies as much as this did. And once I get across this creek here, I blew the leaves off with a leaf blower, but once you can see that, and where you see all the leaves and everything sitting there, that's native soil up there, and it's pretty solid. So once I get across this stuff close and get up to there, I'll be able to drop rock and build a good road there. So I just need to solidify this part of the creek, and I can continue on dropping rock and building road. I think one of the bigger challenges I'm going to have here is this. I can't reach the whole thing with my boom, the whole distance I want to do in one spot. So I'm going to move out here with my excavator and do this part and try to smooth it. And while I'm working my bucket out here, I'm afraid I'm going to turn up this area really mucky right here that goes into where I have it already built up, and I'm afraid I'm going to be sinking so much that I might be having trouble breaking it back up to get it back on top of the rock and get back on top of the concrete. And since I did this, it's cool weather, and I did it just a couple days ago, and it's just cement mixed into mud. You know, how super strong it is, I don't know. So as I'm trying to lift back up over the edge, if you worked with concrete, you know, breaking off the edges is easiest. So I don't want to break off the edges as I come back up. So I'm going to do out here farther. I'm going to break what I'm trying to do into 2 sections, extend out here as far as I can, do that section, smooth it out, then I'll come back here, do the next section, and hopefully be done with it. It's amazing how this is all sloppy muddy. You throw the bags of cement in there and it just sucks up the water. I'm actually going to go grab a bucket out of the creek and add just a little bit more water. I don't need a ton more, and loosen it up so I could spread this out, or moisten it up so I can spread it out. Okay, here's a really good visual of what I did last time. This is flat that I just smoothed out. Here's some deep trenches right here that my excavator went through as we backed up. And as soon as we hit where I put the cement in last time, we rose up on top and are not sinking in. And then we get back here to where there's no cement. So this was just this one small patch that I did before as a test run. And you can see how I sat up on top of everything. And again, this is the quarry that I get my rock from. Is a really dirty quarry. So the clay that you're showing here is either I brought it from over there or it was in the quarry. But and again, you can see did not sink at all here and then into these trenches. So I'm going to put 6 more bags right in here, smooth this out, and hopefully I have a firm pass over the creek. This area is extra muddy. I keep getting my boots stuck in there, making it hard to move around. Looking forward to getting on the excavator. I want to add a little bit more water to the mix, but I also noticed I got some of that cement powder on my grease zerks and joints. I'm going to try to rinse that off now. I don't want that in my joints. standing on the section of dirt, mud that we mixed some concrete in a little while back. I've let it harden up. I'm going to drive the excavator across it now. It's a little over 9,000 pounds. And we'll see if this held up. Again, this is fresh fill that's been rained on and rained on. When I tried to drive across it, I was sinking my tracks. I was almost getting mud right back here by the tree. I don't think you can see the tree, but right back here by the tree, I was sinking all the way down so that the mud was coming on top of my tracks, and it'll solid it up. So I'm going to drive across it today. I did a little bit yesterday. It was pouring down rain yesterday. It's obviously a nicer day today. I don't have my rain gear on, but let's see how this holds up to my machine coming across it. So here's a section that I mixed the cement in. You can see where the tracks came, and I obviously knocked down the high ridges, but it held me up on top. Again, high ridges here, and then this is where, in just two passings, this is the section up here, right here, that was not cement mixed in, and I dug myself a pretty good trench right away.